Hey guys, it's back. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel, give me the fufu juice.
Oh, I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a Wheatie.
You found a Wheatie?
Yes.
Sweet. A Walking Liberty 1943 $half. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Good morning. It is Memorial Day 2020 and we're in day like, I don't know, like 4,000 of a lockdown or something. It seems like that. It's just everybody's anxious and warm weather is here, so just got to be patient and get through this. And I am being patient today by going back to a place I have been to many times before. Actually was here when I did the AT Pro versus Equinox video a while back, in which I was for sure found out that the Equinox does definitely go deeper than the AT Pro. It's newer technology, we knew that was going to happen. Today I decided to give the Simplex a chance though. I don't expect to find much here. I've come across this area multiple times with the Equinox going every which direction, and I'm not really finding much of anything new at all right now. Just junk. I'm having to dig questionable stuff and just coming up with junk. We're going to give the Simplex a try and see if I can come away with anything decent at all today. Like I said, don't hold high hopes, but it's a different machine. We already saw that it was a nickel magnet, so let's see what I can do. Let's turn her on and see what happens. Alrighty, first item of the day, and it looks like I might have a coin down here, and this is right in a spot where I start usually, so I've been around this area a lot. Actually, second object of the day. First one was a piece of junk. Second object looks like a coin. Let's see what it is. There it is down there. There's what's left of the impression. There's the coin. Looks to be a penny. Holy cow, you are kidding me. You are kidding me. This is not possible. Oh my gosh. I start the day off. Oh, look at that side. It's beautiful. It's an 1893. Not possible. Rub it just a tad here. An IHP. Holy cow. Not possible. All right. I'm not real sure what to say right now. I'm just flabbergasted. I don't know how I missed this. This was not so deep that the Equinox wouldn't have found it easily. Guys, I'm shocked, but I guess let's keep going. Not 100% certain what this one is. Thought it was a key thing at first, but no, I don't think so. But that still doesn't mean I know what it is. Interesting. Another item I missed. This looks like it's all maybe iron. So no wonder I missed it with the Equinox. It filters that iron out really effectively. Interesting though. If anybody knows what the heck that is, let me know. I'd sure appreciate it. Okay, got one here. I'm gonna let you guys hear it. We're going to check to see what that is. Oops. Turn my headphones back on. One thing I like about the Simplex is how easy it is to turn the headphones on and off. If I do that with the Equinox, it doesn't always resync quite so easily, I guess you could say. Okay, that's a big old chunk of something or other. See, it looks like a typing plate, except I don't see any typing, like a letter that goes in a... Huh. Don't know. We'll clean it up and take a better look, but interesting. It's something I missed. Alrighty, there we go. It's been a couple of hours. I had to change do-rags and get a sweatband to go up under this because it's a hot day. It's one of the first hot days we've actually had the entire year. Got a signal, almost wasn't going to dig it, and it's deep, and it looks like a coin. Might be a nickel. I think I might have a buffalo. I'm not real sure. Let's take a quick peek. There's a hole, and it was right down at the tip where the pinpointer is, or the tip of this here. And this is about at 6, so that's about 9 inches right there. And there's the coin. Well, you know, actually, that's a little bit bigger than a nickel, isn't it? Maybe, I don't know. What the heck is that? That is a buffalo. Check her out. It's a buffalo nickel. Oh, and it's in beautiful shape, it looks like, isn't it? Zoom in just a little bit on that. Yeah, check her out. See if we can get a date off the other side. Oh, it might have a date right there. Get it in the shade where I can see. Yeah, it's a 1936. That is awesome. So I got me an Indian head and a buffalo out of a place I did not expect to get anything at all. So far, not doing bad. We'll take her. I'm at the same spot, but it's a different day actually. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. It's after work on a Friday, so it's like a week later almost. But you know, we're finishing off the week with the Simplex to see what we can get, and trying a different area of the section of the little area that I'm in. And I think I just got a nickel, and it looks like it has some shine to it, so I might have got another war nickel. If so, this will be the first time ever I've found 2 war nickels in the same year, much less like a week apart. So this is pretty cool. Let's take a look, cross our fingers, and see what we got. Okay, there it is, way down there. It's a big old plug. I mean, my hand won't even span the whole thing, you know. But right there is the nickel, and if I take a look at it, see, it's got some shine to it. So there is a possibility, high possibility, I've got myself another war nickel here. And I can see it says 40 something already. Just 40 what? 43. Nice. $43p. I'll be dang. I've got another war nickel. That is astonishing. I tell you what, I am very impressed at how this Simplex finds these nickels. That's amazing. This is going to be such a good addition to my Equinox, as I have pounded this area with my Equinox, but it just misses these things. So let's see what else we missed. This little sucker right here was just below the surface, really just a couple of inches. It looks like costume jewelry, Sanrio. But look who it is. It's Hello Kitty. And yes, I am a Hello Kitty fan. So this is a cool find. Nice. I will definitely take that. And I'm in the shade right now, so I'm enjoying it. I'm hot. Now that's cool. Wasn't expecting to find that. It's a tang. I think that's what that's called right there. To a knife. I don't believe this thing would have been particularly old. Mid-1900s most likely. But still, wasn't expecting to find that. I'll definitely take that. That's cool. Starting to get late in the day. It's 7:12. I don't have probably 20 minutes before I'm going to have to head out. Got one here that turned out to be in the plug, and I pulled the top off the dirt, like the point, and I got a penny there that's drying out, and I think it might be a wheat. No, it's a regular Lincoln. Doggone it. It's trying to jump back in the hole. I could have swore that would have been a wheat. It was close though, look at that. Not close enough. And that kind of does it for this week. A bit skimpy on the finds, I'll admit, but the purpose of this week was to go to a spot where I have been to with the Equinox, with the AT Pro, to see if I could give the Simplex time to shine and find something that those might have missed. And it did pretty well, I have to admit. Let me show you that stuff first, what you can expect when you're using the Simplex, what I ended up finding on my trek out, and then we're going to discuss a few things now that I've had a couple of weeks of exclusive use with the Simplex to talk about what I like and what I dislike and what you may find when you try using this as well. So first things first, let's show you what we did come away with. Okay, there's the finds, but let's start over here. When you're using the Simplex, you're going to find a lot of this. This is all iron stuff, nails, square nails, rusty nails, iron bits, foil, lots and lots of foil. All of this stuff sounds good with the Simplex. That's the bad news. And I'll explain that in a little bit. So this is, I don't do a lot where I show the actual garbage that I dig, but if you're going to metal detect, the thing you're going to have to realize is you find a lot more garbage than you do good stuff, by far. That's just the nature of metal detecting. That's part of why it's so much fun to find that special find, because you know you worked so hard to get it. Here is what we did come away with. An old advertising pin, a couple little doodads. That actually, I was right. That was lead type. I just couldn't see the numbers. It has 3 numbers of some sort on it there. 3 and something or other. I don't know. I can't see it. A little button. It's modern. 22. That is, I think there's a bolt that goes in there, and then that slides under something to lock it in place. That's some sort of a secure mechanism for, who knows, a car part or a trailer part or something like that. Got some square nails. Square nails with that Simplex sound absolutely fantastic. They make you dig it. You cannot pass them up pretty much. It is a good relic machine, I have to say that. It finds things like this that the Equinox, because this is iron, this will kill that signal off and say it's iron. You don't want it. Now you can go to all metal mode or drop your iron bias way down or to 0, and you can find these things, but it's not as nice of a relic machine, I think, as the Simplex. The Simplex is a really good relic machine, and I think it's going to have a good home for a lot of people's collections for that kind of stuff. I like this. Somehow it looks familiar. I've seen this before, but I just don't know where. If you guys can help me with any of that, I would really appreciate it. Got the 1 penny of 68. Got a Hello Kitty charm. Who does not like Hello Kitty? I love Hello Kitty. My daughters were like, one time, they were messing with me, and they're like, you should, I would dare you to get a Hello Kitty tattoo. And I'm like, I'd totally rock a Hello Kitty tattoo. I am not opposed to that. Anywho, got my second war nickel for the year, a 43p. That's the first time I've ever found 2 war nickels in the same year, much less the same month. So I'm really stoked about that. This machine is a nickel machine, like I keep saying. Got my 36 Buffalo, so actually got a date that you can see. I mean, it's in pretty good shape. Very pleased with that. And I got me a 1893 Indian head penny. That's the second, I do believe, second Indian head penny I found with it, and second coin from the 1800s within the first 2 weeks of use. So, have to say, very happy, very impressed with its capabilities, even considering, and I might even want to say, especially considering, not just even considering, that this is all in places that I have beat to death with everything else that I have, and purposely went back to push the Simplex to its limits to see if it was capable of finding things that other detectors miss. Now, in a future video, what I want to do is find a new permission, like a yard or something, that I can split up into 2 sections. And then I'm going to take me a couple of big old, like maybe gallon Ziploc bags or something, and label them like Equinox first pass, Simplex first pass. So I'm going to take half of the yard and go over it with a Simplex, half of the yard, go over it with the Equinox, as thoroughly as I can. Those are the first passes. Then I'm going to swap sides, and then I'm going to put everything I find in the other 2 bags, Simplex second pass, Equinox second pass. I think that would be really, really fun to do, and I think it would be a really good indication of what the capabilities of each machine are and where they specialize in things. As I can tell you, I'm pretty sure that Equinox is going to eat the Simplex's lunch on silver and deep silver, deep copper too. Although the Simplex does seem to like copper pretty good, it's just not as in-your-face adamant that there is something there as the Equinox is. That Equinox, when you've got even a copper penny, I find so many wheat pennies really deep, because even if it's 8-9 inches down, that Equinox lets you know you've got to dig this. I mean, it does everything except reach out and whack you across the face and tell you got to dig this. But the same way, the Simplex with the nickels, it's maybe not quite slap your mama adamant about it, but pretty darn close. It's really, really good at telling you there's something here, you have to see what it is. Now, on the downside of that, a lot of these square nails come up the same damn way, but your numbers are going to be a little bit different. So, now, with that having been said, let's get into after, for you guys it's 2 weeks. This is actually the 3rd week I've been using the Simplex, because I'm making the video like a week after I did all this stuff, so I've had an extra week under my belt. What do I like and what do I not like about the Simplex? What I like is it's deep, it's light, it's very capable. For the price point on this thing, it is a fantastic metal detector. There is no doubt about that. I think it's the wireless headphones, really nice, comfortable wireless headphones. They work really well. They pair immediately because these aren't Bluetooth. These are 2.4 gigahertz wireless. There is no pairing process involved like there is with the Equinox. One thing I hate about the Equinox when I am making a video, if I turn off the wireless on the machine, then the Bluetooth on the headphones, it's like it forgets it. When you turn the wireless back on the Equinox, the headphones don't find it right away, if at all. You've got to turn them off and then turn them back on before they find each other. Similarly, if you turn the headphones off first and leave the wireless on the metal detector, if you turn the headphones back on, sometimes the detector doesn't find them. You've got to turn those things on fairly close to the same time, like the machine, and as soon as the machine comes up, you better power those headphones on before they'll find each other, and that's very annoying. That's Bluetooth a lot of times, though. It's not just
the machine that's doing that. A lot of Bluetooth devices do that, so that's not totally uncommon. Not always. My phone pairs perfectly fine with the headphones, whether they've been on, off, whatever. My phone pairs just fine with it. Those headphones you can dual pair. I don't. I'm pretty sure that you can't with these because they're not Bluetooth. Never mind. Anywho, so on to the things I don't like about it. Now, I've mentioned the headphones. I love the headphones. They're wireless and they're comfortable. But there are things about the headphones I don't like. If you look at the headphones right now, you see there's this little tilt. They're angled like this, for one. And that is because if you look real carefully at this side right here, see this side is shorter than this side. So when you hold it vertically like this, see the headphone is tilted back. So these are designed when they're straight on your ear, and these aren't labeled, so I don't know for sure which side I'm supposed to be wearing these. Both sides happen to work. Now here's the deal. If you're going to put these on so that the headphones are oriented properly, if I wear them with this on the right hand side, see how this tilts back. So it's on the back side of my head. If I flip it around the other way, it tilts forward. So it's forward on my head. So it really depends whether you want it further toward the front of your head or the back of your head as to where you wear these. It's comfortable both ways, but why couldn't you just put one that was right in the middle like everybody else? It's confusing to simpletons like me. I don't like, and this is the same with almost every pair of wireless headphones I've found out there. I don't like the fact that there is no cover over the USB port. Amazon sells a pack of USB plugs that you can put in to cover your USB port, like 20 of them for like $6. I think I'm going to order some of those. I got blue painter's tape over here right now. The thing is, if you go out metal detecting in any conditions other than perfect conditions, it's going to get muddy. And if you're using a pinpointer, these things seal so well to your head. When you use your pinpointer, you got to pull one of your earpieces off so you can hear your pinpointer. And I'm constantly doing this and pulling one off so I can hear what's going on. If you've got mud and I'm reaching up and grabbing this, these are going to get muddy. I mean, you can see where it's got mud on it right now, and that's right at the spot. That mud is right at the spot where that charging port is for your USB. The very first time I did that, I ended up with that USB port almost clogged up. I had to actually get a Q-tip and take the cotton off of it and a toothpick and clean that out enough so I could use my port again. So poor design for all of you guys. If you're going to use any kind of port, I would say the headphone port, that should have something in there too. USB port, it should have something in there to seal. I could see somebody getting out and really using these heavily and getting these muddy and destroying that port, and you can't charge them then. And that's a shame. These are really good headphones. Poor design. These may be rebranded headphones that were originally not meant for you to be out in the mud, though. I mean, a lot of these, like your Equinox, the ones that it use are commercially or available on places like Amazon for listening to your radio or whatever. They just happened to pick a brand that was really nice and make it available for the Equinox, but didn't go through and say, we'd like some design changes. And these guys, I don't know if they did the same or what, but, come on, guys. This is something that you should be addressing. Minor inconvenience, though. Blue tape, or like I said, those plugs. Order some plugs. So I'm not going to knock a star off the 5-star rating or whatever for the detector just for that. Other things I don't like about it. It's real reminiscent of my AT Pro in the sense that you have to dig a lot of stuff that is just junk. With the AT Pro, you could have 4,000 silver coins in the ground. But if it was just below the threshold for where the AT Pro could tell you what that metal was, then it started coming up as an iron signal. And I think the Simplex is kind of sort of doing the same thing, except its iron signal isn't that low iron grunt. It seems to put iron up in like 90 to 97, 98 range, something like that. So if it can identify it, everything comes up as a 90. Well, the bad side is there's stuff that's really good that comes up as a 92. So if you're getting one of those signals like that, and it's like a square nail is going to leave a hard-edged signal, you have to dig it and see what it is. There are things like coins and things that you're going to find that are going to come up the exact same way. So you have to dig it. Some of the foil pieces here, I mean these balled up wads of foil, those might, now if it's wadded up like this, these are really tight wads, it's going to have a hard edge to it, meaning when you hit that tone, it's a hard start and a hard stop. If you get bits of foil that are softer and spread out, then they may have a soft edge to them. That start of that tone that you get isn't an immediate tone, it's a real scratchy start and a scratchy end. But what if it's something good that's in there with a nail or something like that, or next to a piece of foil? You still have to dig those. And a lot of those stupid signals come up in the 90s. Very frustrating. You're going to dig a lot of garbage with this. But at the same time, I can't fault it because I found some really, really good stuff in places I've been to with other detectors. So, you're going to have to be ready for that. Battery life for the headphones and the detector, that is a plus. Really, really good. I've been using the detector all weekend. I've probably this weekend put in about 8 hours with it so far. And last time I turned the headphones on, when you turn the headphones on, you hear a set of beeps, 1 to 5 beeps. That indicates your charge level. And I've never had it actually get to the point where it gives me anything other than 5 beeps. I'm still waiting. So very good battery life. Really, really impressed with battery life for a lot of your devices these days, and this one is no exception. I'm sure there's more stuff I'm missing. I know there was stuff I was thinking of while I was out using the detector that I can't think of, but those are your big ones. The iron, okay, pinpointing. When you've got a piece of iron, you're going to have to dig some large holes, like 1 foot diameter plus holes sometimes. If you got something that's ringing up in that 90s, don't dig a small hole. Unless it shows that it's a surface signal, dig yourself a big old hole or plug. Set that sucker off to the side, and then if you can't figure out where that sucker is, if your detector, you wave it over the plug and the hole, if it says it's still in the hole, and you get that pinpointer out and you still can't find it, you got a nail or a piece of wire and it's still in the sidewall. This thing at pinpointing those iron signals, I've tried. I mean, look, this is just this week. I've got a couple more weeks just like that, and it absolutely sucks at pinpointing the iron. I don't care how hard you try. Probably 19 out of 20 of these plugs, that nail is going to be in the sidewall somewhere. So if you don't dig a really big plug, you can't. Your pinpointer won't even detect it. You're going to be all over the place, and it's going to be so deep in the sidewall you can't even find it. So you got to get the detector out, stand back up, or hold it, wave it over there, and it's a pain. So dig a big plug. Those are some of the things. I'm rambling a bit now, but I'm trying to give you guys as much information as I can so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, if you've got a Simplex and you've been out doing some detecting and you've had similar results, or you found ways around some of these limitations and things that I've talked about, please let me know. Still think it's a great detector. I think it is a massively good addition to my fleet of detectors, and I'm very proud to have it. So there we are. Long rant over, but I'm going to go out and do a few errands and then go do some more detecting. So we'll talk to you guys later.